the sub-region is facing is that we are seeing an increasing exclusion of opposition political parties. And usually, and usually through the court system, they are excluded from elections, among others.
Yeah.
What exactly is ECOWAS doing about this? Because the concern is that usually ECOWAS does not act in a preventive manner; it rather acts when the damage has already been done.
Okay, listen. One of the ECOWAS mandates is that of prevention, and prevention has to be carried out through citizens themselves. Okay, if you look at where we have been successful in preventing electoral fraud, in preventing unconstitutional maintenance of power, it is where the citizens are vigilant. Where the citizens are not, ECOWAS is going to be very, very difficult for ECOWAS to intervene. The regimes will tell you, who tells you there's a problem here? But where citizens are active, and then they make sure that they hold their governments accountable, then organizations like ECOWAS, African Union, can then attach their interventions to them, telling the government, look, your own populations are rising up against you, and we need to change this. But it begins with building the awareness of citizens to make sure that they are the first responders when it comes to protecting democratic values in their country. That is very important. There is also important to have peer review among our heads of state.
Is that happening? Because that's a concern that it's not happening.
It's not happening, so we need champions. And I think younger and more proactive leaders are emerging in Africa today. We need champions among them who can speak true to their peers, when the wrong thing is being done. If you talk about the ECOWAS Commission, you talk about the African Union Commission, they are a bureaucratic structure that performs the duty, the mandate given to them by the heads of state. You see, so the commission cannot replace the heads of state. And ECOWAS has not actually moved decisively from ECOWAS of the people to from ECOWAS of states to ECOWAS of people. So all of us need to work together to make sure that citizens' voices are heard in terms of the regional debate on everything that we are doing. It is when that happens, it is very difficult for governments to defy the wishes of their populations, who are brave. I gave the example of Burkina Faso in 2014. Ballet Citoyen and others led a revolt against attempts to change the constitution, and they succeeded. In the Gambia, the same. Recently in Senegal, the president wanted to stay on in power, but the awareness of the people was said that they failed. So the first responders must be the population, and we need to make sure that they are equipped in order to be aware of their rights and to be able to fight excesses in their own countries.